Emma can't go alone. They can drive themselves to Drumright. Hell, it's like 20 minutes away, and she knows the way. You guys are always going there for that smoked bologna you love so much. What the hell's the name of that restaurant again? Joseph's. Yeah, Joseph's. The point is, Becca can drive to Drumright without you. This wine-tasting crap is a chick thing anyway. Or, hell, you know what? Logan can take the girls. He probably likes wine. Jace felt far less camaraderie toward Logan since he'd stolen Becca's sister Emma away. Already suggested that. Really? That was interesting. Maybe Tuck hadn't handed his balls over to Becca at the wedding after all. Jace settled back against his own truck, parked next to Tuck's in the driveway. And it went over like a fart in church. Tuck blew out a breath filled with frustration. It's crazy to go to a wine tasting this year anyway. Emma can't even drink. The moment Tuck uttered that statement, he got an oh shit look on his face. His expression, as much as his words, brought Jace's attention around. Why can't Emma drink? Jace leaned forward, anticipating the answer. Tuck swallowed hard. No reason. She just doesn't want to right now. It was becoming very apparent why the woman Jace had asked to be his date to Tuck and Becca's wedding in June had up and gotten hitched to Logan in August, just 2 months after the first time they'd met. Jace hadn't even known they'd been seeing each other, but they'd obviously been doing something together. Tuck, is Emma knocked up? Crap. Tuck ran a hand over his face, giving Jace his answer. Emma and Logan had tied the knot not 2 weeks ago. If this were a honeymoon baby, which Jace doubted, would Emma know for sure this soon? Now that he thought about it, Emma's clothes had looked a whole lot more filled out in the bust area recently. Why hadn't he noticed that before? He was usually a boob man. He supposed a person didn't tend to see the things he didn't want to, and shook his head. Damn, I can't believe I didn't figure this out sooner. Jace, please. For everyone's sake, don't say anything to anyone. Tuck pinned him with a glare. Let Emma and Logan announce things in their own time and their own way. Of course I won't say anything. Shit, Tuck. Jace scowled that his friend would think he wouldn't keep his confidence. Who do you think you're talking to? I can keep my doggone mouth shut. Yeah, I know you can. Tuck let out a snort of a laugh. It's your ability to keep your pants zipped. That's the problem. Oh, real nice. Thanks a lot. Jace drew his brows low in a frown. And what the hell's that supposed to mean anyway? Tuck was the one who'd gone on a streak of whoring after his divorce from his first wife, before he'd met Becca and settled down. Logan was the one who'd gotten Emma pregnant and had the shotgun wedding, yet Tuck was giving Jace shit. Hell, Jace's sex life had been in such a slump he wouldn't be able to identify a pussy in a lineup. Exactly what it sounds like, Jace. You ditched your date at my reception to go screw around with your ex-girlfriend. How do you think Emma ended up with Logan to begin with? I didn't. Yeah, you did. There's video of the first dance to prove it. The whole wedding party was there except you. I saw my sister Tara and my brother Tyler on that DVD, and I saw Logan and Emma, but you know what? You were nowhere around. Tuck's brows rose, disappearing from view beneath the brim of his cowboy hat. Didn't ditch Emma, my sweet ass. I meant Jacqueline and I didn't screw around that night. Jace cut short Tuck's rant. Sure, Jacqueline and he'd had sex since they'd broken up. Wild, crazy, frantic sex, quite a few times, but not on the night of the wedding. All we did was talk. She was upset. Upset about what? Tuck's frustration was evident in the raised volume of his voice. That I was going to your reception as Emma's date. Jace lifted one shoulder in a half shrug. Jace. Tuck's eyes opened wide. You and Jacqueline are broken up. You have been for a long time. We were together.